This is the new bottom of the deck. It's the Five of Pentacles. So someone is being triggered by feeling kind of left out, or feeling their needs are not fulfilled, or they're not being valued enough. They're not feeling respected. They're feeling like being treated like trash. So this person might be the Emperor, and they're starting to become worried about how they are treated, and they don't want to be humiliating themselves or disrespecting themselves in the relationship with you. And here we have the Sun card. So that's the highest card for love. It might indicate soulmates. We also have the King of Cups, which is Scorpio. Death, which is Scorpio. Knight of Wands. Okay. So it's not always easy to be in love with a Scorpio person. They are very magnetic people. You are very magnetic people. But you're also, you have a hard edge to you where you kind of don't compromise yourself. It doesn't matter if death stares you in the eyes, you want to back down. But if we can get a Scorpio to love us, it's like the eternal love, very beautiful. So it's kind of what I'm seeing, but might be in the reverse, as I said. So remember that too. You will know when I'm talking, if I'm talking about the other person or I'm talking about you. But sometimes you can both have the same kind of input or view on the relationship. So sometimes both people can have the same feeling or the same thoughts, or making the same actions. So we'll see. We'll start with your situation here, and it's the Two of Swords. So Two of Swords can be it can be that there's a diplomatic energy in the relationship, but we're not really talking about, the deep problem. It can be so many different things, but we see one person that's being in acute need of, rescue, an ambulance or a helicopter to pick them up. And this person here kind of too preoccupied with something else, like they have a distracted mind in some way. So we might be focusing on the wrong things. Let's say that our partner are having a difficulty, like they're dealing with the trauma, or they're being depressed, or they're feeling overwhelmed by life, like they're drowning. And we are focusing on how they treated us in the last text message, and why they didn't pay more attention to the thing that we told them earlier about this and that and that and that. So it's like we are on two different levels. Like one person is like, can't seem to get any reaction out of you. So Two of Swords can sometimes also be ghosting or refusing to talk. So we'll see where this goes. And this is what's on your mind, the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, it's someone that doesn't want to be violated again. It's a very high defense. But I'm not sure it's the Emperor energy. I feel the Emperor energy more with this this mermaid here, this beautiful mermaid, that I have been hurt and I'm upping my defenses. But the reasons to why I'm getting hurt in this situation might be that maybe Scorpio is hurt, or maybe this is the other way around. So you are dealing with someone that's very hurt and you don't realize it. So you are kind of acting like, what about me? What about me? And you don't realize what the other person is going through. But I'm seeing this for Scorpio for most part, that maybe you are drowning in some way and the other person doesn't recognize it. They are not able to see your predicament, and kind of having demands on you that might be difficult to fulfill or live up to. And here we have, so we see King of Swords is the more mature energy. It rhymes well with also the Hierophant that I saw. And on this person's mind, we have the Page of Swords. So it's the little bit self-centered child that feels like their needs need to be fulfilled. Of course, we can also deal with a spoiled person that can't realize another person's needs. So we might feel like the Five of Pentacles being left out in the snow and not getting our needs fulfilled because we're dealing with a spoiled brat that's unable to live into other people's emotions. But for most part, I think that this person here is maybe not spoiled. It's just that they can't maybe 100% see into the other person's situation. And it might be actually your own fault if this is you, Scorpio. I'm talking like back and forth who this is, because I feel like it can easily be in reversed in this case. So if this is you, you're also not showing a lot of hurt or pain. So the other person might not know that you are kind of drowning there. So if we are not expressive about what we are feeling, we might just say, yeah, I'm in a depression, but I'm dealing with it. So then the other person, they just take it like, it was everyday news, and they don't take it seriously. But it might be super serious, or yeah, I had a trauma, I was in a car accident, I have problem walking, or yes, I have been, like my last relationship was very abusive, but I'm coping. So it's like we're getting the information, but it's very high and dry, and it's not being, we are not informing the other person on the depths of the issue. So they start to take our coldness or our ability to do this or that or that. That's the reason, like the reason is the trauma or the depression or whatever is making this person drown. But they're not telling you, maybe because they're drowning. And therefore we can't know that how serious this is. So we can be more preoccupied with how this makes us feel that they are depressed, or how it makes us feel that they don't want to go with a walk with us because their leg is busted, or that they want that they fear intimacy because of previous abuse. So we just take it like very personal. So that's the Emperor energy. And this is the bond between you two. And we see a 5 of Wands, so that's conflict. We're unable to understand each other. Both people's views are probably valid, but we need to speak to each other to be able to understand each other and actually listen to what the other person say, and not superimpose our own meaning on what they are saying. If a person says, I feel like this, it means that they feel like this. It doesn't mean that they just have covered up their emotions because they are too hurt. We need to listen to them for what they're actually saying. But the problem is that this person doesn't say much, and that makes us clueless about what's going on with them. And they might be a very strong person, or you are a very strong person, if this is you, Scorpio, that's carrying a lot on your shoulders without making a lot of fuss about how painful that actually is. So the other person can't really know, and they just think that you are like a douche for not fulfilling their needs or not seeing their predicament. Okay. So 5 of Wands also goes very well with the alchemic wedding card that we saw. It's about taking in your shadow. So usually we can be like a really good girl and a good boy and meeting a bad girl or a bad boy, because that's our shadow. That's the part of us that we have denied. It's like a lost soul part inside of us. So in that respect, we both have people drowning in our own aura because we're not caring about these entities. Like we say, shut up with you, I don't want to be that kind of selfish person. Or we can say, shut up with you, no one will listen to your whining about your pain anyway. So we are not letting the whole aspects of us. We also saw the Sun card. So Sun card is the highest card for love, but it's also yin and yang, becoming whole, becoming like all that you can be. And if we are, let's say that we are refusing to feel our own pain, then we will have like a very touchy-feely person that we will fall in love with, that will be over dramatic and, feel everything and express everything. So it just means that we need to start to at least know for ourselves what it is that we want to express and what it is that we are feeling, and validating those feelings. And if we are the over-dramatic person, we might start to want to put some restraint on ourselves and not give so much that we start to feel humiliated, okay? So we might need to get some of these defenses. So this is your feelings. And we have a King of Wands. So we see King of Wands, King of Swords. It's a person with a lot of integrity. This is the most masculine of the kings, the fire and air. So it's a lot of integrity. It's a lot of nonsense. We don't want to deal with nonsense. We don't want to be nonsense. And we can have some kind of empathy for other people's nonsense, but definitely this person doesn't want to, or you doesn't want to be nonsense. Okay. And this is on the other end here, what they are feeling, and it's 7 of Cups. So feeling very confused and kind of feeling like we're living in an illusion. Maybe they are, for example, super in love with you, but you don't seem to care. Or Page of Swords, we might have like our own problems. We see the kind of the moon here, moon there, behind her head, a little bit normal size. And we have our own problems. And whenever we are dealing with a person that doesn't express much, we start to express even more. So it's like see two glasses of champagne here. The champagne is the emotions in both of the different people. Then there's a pipeline between these champagne glasses. So when one suppresses their emotions, going to sparkle up a lot of bubble and drama in the other person. So it might be that we are not dramatic in general, but when we meet a certain person that's really trying to be non-dramatic, we are becoming super dramatic because they are pressing it down and it shoots up in us. So to create balance there, we kind of need to take a hold of the drama a little bit, negotiate with ourselves. We need to take ourselves seriously. Yes, this is how I feel, but deal with it in a less dramatic way, in a less victim kind of way, in a less poor old me kind of way. Try to be more grown up about it, because that will press down the emotions in your glass and it will make the other person feel more of their emotions. So if we are in this state, we want to avoid dramatic emotions. So we might do everything to please this person and to not create any kind of rift in the relationship, which is making us disrespect ourselves, so that we will start feeling even more and more dramatic. So we need to be a little bit stronger, a little bit more taking better care of ourselves, having integrity, but not pouting, or, being a martyr or playing the victim, nothing like that, because it's going to, it's drama. So we need to take down the drama notch so that the other person can take more of the responsibility for that. So we get balance. And when we get balance, this relationship could become really harmonic. Okay, this is this person's behaviors and attitudes. So we have a Queen of Pentacles. It seems like pretty inviting, but still giving us a little bit of a cold shoulder. But there's a key here. So it's like you're holding a key to how you want to be treated, or how a relationship should be for you to feel safe, to open up. It's almost like you're a little bit Rapunzel in the tower, but Rapunzel in the form of a knight, like a Red Cross, like a crusader, like not the kind of type going and stealing treasures, but the more spiritual kind. And we have stood in that tower for eons and waited for someone to come with the right kind of clues, or figuring out the clues for finding the treasure, and the treasure is your heart. So it's just that we want a person that's dealing with us with dignity, not asking too much, not trying to control us. Even if we are silent, even if we aren't speaking a lot, we want the other person to listen. We might say a few words, but the words we say, we mean them. And the other person needs to take it seriously. And if they do, we will start to trust them and we'll let them in more and more. So this is the other person's behaviors and attitudes. So we have a Six of Wands. Six of Wands, it can be a little bit ego edge to this energy, like they have given you maybe trying to get a lot of your attention here, feeling very dramatic and sad, and then they just want to start to win over you because you have stolen too much of their energy. They feel it's like they have become humiliated, so they start to kind of win cheap points a little bit. But it's a Six of Wands, so the person can actually decide to override that. It's Leo in Jupiter, so we can go for the egoistic part of Leo and just be like, okay, so you don't care about me, see what I can do. So we can be like that, or we can rise above and become Leo, kind of the knight in shining armor, like the nice fairy tale of Richard Lionheart coming home and rescuing his people. And also on his way home, he's rescuing this like Red Crusader, Templar's Knight, the Templar's Knight. I don't know how to say this suddenly, but it's just today, another day I will know. So on the way and coming home as, comrades or friends, but instead, Richard Lionheart here might start to feel like he didn't get enough of the gold and he gave too much to this Knights Templar. And the Knights Templar is not using it. It's just storing it and safeguarding it. for a day when, you know, this treasure is needed. But this Richard Lionheart gets upset and wants to go back and steal back his stuff that he once gave free willingly. So it's like this person needs to choose how to behave in this situation, or if this is you, you need to choose how to behave. Like you gave free willingly. Let bygones be bygones, but start to act with more dignity from now, and don't overgive it, even if it feels nice in the moment. Maybe take a little bit hold, be warm and generous, but don't overdo it. Don't go that extra mile to make you feel loved, or make you feel like, oh, I'm such a gracious and generous king, and then suddenly I am not. So don't go for cheap points. Either it is like winning the other person's heart with going like overdoing it, or manipulating them by overdoing it, making them unable to live without us, for example, and then getting upset when they are not, you know, returning the favor. So it's like we are making an investment and we want, this person wants payment back, and they don't seem to get it from you. They need to use this key. So it's like being the stable, grounded person that I can trust, and I will open up all my treasures to you. And this is the outcome. And we have a Three of Swords. So unfortunately, it seems like if we are going on in the way we are doing right about now, I think this person here will destroy the relationship by acting a little bit juvenile and become like all about their feelings and the needs that not being met. And it will kind of make this person hurt again, like in the same way that they were hurt before. Let's say they were abandoned by Richard Lionheart here, or their father, and then their father comes back, but becomes like unhappy with the child. It hasn't grown in the way we hoped, like you are not the way I hoped you would be. And then we abandoned the child again, and the hurt is reinforced. And this person, of course, their pain is also being reinforced because they are trying everything to be loved and nothing seems to work. Like I'm giving my all and nothing seems to work. And it's making us frustrated and sad, and we feel abandoned and like we are the loneliest person in the whole universe. But if we just take this down a notch, I think this person is, you can't, like if this is you, Scorpio, you can't maybe do so much about this more than try to communicate yourself a little bit better. But this person needs to take it down a notch and not to make it all about them and like all the things that they give and all the things they want in return, but actually try to become a little bit more grown up about this. Okay. To avoid the Three of Swords, which is where we are going right now. Two of Swords, Three of Swords. This person isn't seeing, they just bother about their own little heart here and not seeing that the other person is drowning. And it becomes conflicts because both people feel misunderstood. And then it becomes like another break in our heart, both people's heart, unnecessarily so, because I don't feel like anyone has bad intentions. It's good intentions here. It's just misunderstandings, miscommunication, two different people having a hard time decipher the other person, their style of communicating, and so on and so forth. And we want and need different things as well. That can be hard to understand. One person might need, a lot confirmations, and the other person just needs you to be close. So clarifying the Two of Swords. So we have Coffin, ending brings new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. I feel like it's the lost soul parts of the both of you. The part of you, your shadow, that you haven't acknowledged. They are lying dead here, like a Knights Templar or a mummy or someone buried in the bottom of the ocean or in the bottom of a well. So it's different. It's the background story, what happened. Can be we have been traumatized in the past life. We can have been traumatized as a baby in this life. And this soul part has been ripped away from us and maybe make us look careless or heartless, for example. But the reality is that our heart is, it's like this, in this shape, and can't open up and give too much love in this situation because it needs to heal first. So clarifying the King of Swords, the runner. It always seems like you are running here. Scorpio, runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So this is this person trying to protect your a broken heart from getting hurt again. So you fear intimacy. Sometimes this can happen when we have worked a lot with ourselves. Maybe we fell for the bad boy or the bad girl before, but now we have worked a lot with ourselves, trying to work in more self-love, and we are falling in love with a person that's more ready for love, but then we ourselves get fearful of intimacy. It's easy to want intimacy when the other person is running for the hills, but when they are actually staying and want to share love with you, you might get really scared. You need to see yourself or your heart as a child here that has been abandoned in some way, and don't want to let people come close. We have fear of intimacy issues. We have maybe commitment issues, because if we commit to someone, if we give them our heart and they abandon us again, since this soul part is almost already dead, what will happen to it if it gets hurt again? Will it ever recover? Or how much soul work do we need to do to recover that part again? And we might be, it might take thousands of years. So clarifying the Page of Swords, Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So it's like this little child. It has finally found a playing comrade. It's finally find someone that understands them and sees them, and finally found someone that they can feel, close to. They have looked so far and wide, and they feel like this is the happiest moment of our lives. Let's share it. Let's expand in joy and laughter and happiness. And then the other person is, closed off and half dead. So kind of, destroying the fun of it all. So clarifying the Five of Wands, addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, hassle, block, restraint. So, for example, we can expect the other person to be a mind reader. So we are not able to express how we really feel, because we feel like we're not entitled to feel the way we feel. But it's better to express it and to not say things, I know I'm dumb, but I'm feeling like this. It's just saying, this is how I feel. And let the other person question you. If they have questions, they can say, but why on earth do you feel like that? Because this and this and that and that. Well, I don't have a good answer for you, but this is how I feel. And this is what I need to work with. Like, this is my reality. So addiction and Five of Wands, it's as if you are both kind of traumatized in a way, and you are dealing with your trauma with each other. You haven't dealt with it with the people that actually gave you the trauma. You're trying to deal with it with each other, the people that love each other, and that's kind of unfair in a way. But we're loading everything, like all the things we didn't get from the people that we wanted to get it from. Now we are saying, hey, you need to give it to me. You need to be there for me, or you need to have that kind of love, or, that kind of patience to wait for me, or you need to express all the love that I didn't get or never felt. So it's becoming unfair for both. Like the expectations are through the roof here. Like, you are going to fulfill all my needs that I never got fulfilled. And this is from one person. So clarifying your feelings, King of Wands there, heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So we see the King of Wands, very stoic, very, competent, King of Swords also. But this is what's underneath, heartbroken and running away from feeling heartbroken. So we can feel like the person is so cool and they are so put together. Why can't they just give us what we need? But they can't. If they start, they will feel like this. They will start to feel all this pain, and that might take a person apart and make them to a puddle of nothing that's, not going to be good for anyone. So they're trying to keep it together, or you are trying to keep it together. Clarify the Seven of Cups, and it's the butterfly, relationship evolving into the next phase, healing the inner child growth. So this is the anticipation with this person. They want, now this is the answer. This is the answer to my dreams. Now everything is going to be, amazing, and we are going to be so fulfilled, and we are going to be so happy. And they want quickly the relationship to move into the next phase and, get on with the happiness. But this person here, you need more patience. You need them to be more patient with you, so that you can heal the inner child. They are healing by, sharing this amazingness with you. You are healing by someone staying, even if you are not like 100% what they want or need, but You will get there whenever you feel like you're ready to open up to them, that they have, printed in the right kind of clues, and the door opens and the Knights Templar is there to share their treasure. So clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. So it's a lot of passion here that's kind of hidden in this funeral dress, and the key is there, the key to the heart, and there can be a lot of passion. This person can be like really living up and living this butterfly paradise, but not before the right person comes along and shows the right kind of patience. So it's almost like Snow White and the True Love's Kiss. Clarifying the Six of Wands, karmic relationships. So I feel like I'm getting irritated. Like, this is what you did to me last life also. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. So it's like I want to flip you off because you're not fulfilling my needs, or, you're humiliating me. You're acting like you're just using me, like I'm a tool, like all my love that I give, you just take it for granted and throw it in the trash. And, I feel used and abused. So I'm getting pissed off, and I'm starting to have like defenses where I'm starting to protect myself. And karmic relationship, it kind of says that probably this has happened, a million times before. That first we gave a lot of love, and then we got pissed off with the other person not giving it back in the same plentiful, and we start to resent them. And the outcome here is the broken heart. So we both have hearts here, heart, heart, heart. Clarifying the Three of Swords, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. So this is where it always fails. Like, this situation, it always fails. And when we can't see the goodness in the other person, we need them to be in a certain way, because in other case we will become hysterical and can't handle our own emotions. And then the situation just breaks apart. This child never got the unconditional loving parent that just was, stayed with them, even if they didn't show the exact right attributes. And this child, again, gave love to someone that never gave it back. So it's a very sad story. And it doesn't have to be like that, because, as I said, both people have good intentions. It's just we're dealing with a lot of pain. So we were always meant to be together. And I still don't know if I ever loved you. I was scared of hurting you. So I think this is for you, Scorpio. We can't feel the love when the heart is in a box, locked away somewhere with this key. So we're not going to feel it. And we're scared of hurting the other person because we feel like they are an amazing person and they are everything we ever asked for. And now it was given to us, and we just feel like we want to run away. So we start to make this saving our own heart. And then we feel maybe nothing or very little for the other person, because it's dangerous for us to feel that kind of love. So we start to feel maybe it's better to let them go, even if there's an amazing person, because I'm not feeling it. But you're not feeling it because your heart is broken. So you can't feel it. It needs like a lot of time and patience from both yourself and this person to mend it. We have all the time in the world. Yeah, that kind of patience I want to see from this person. There was a lack of attraction. So they feel like you are not attracted to them enough. And therefore they are becoming humiliated. And as if, you are the superhero, King of Swords, King of Wands here that everyone wants. And they are just, some beggar coming along and asking for it, but not being good enough to ask for the prince or the princess' hand. So it can feel painstaking. I feel the pain is most imminent for the person to the right here. They will feel most pain, and they will also be the most dramatic person. This person won't feel so much pain. If the relationship breaks down, they will just be like, or you will be like, okay, so it wasn't meant to happen, because it never reached the heart region, because this person didn't have patience enough to deal with their drama until they were so close to you, or have showed you so much that they could be trusted, that you started to open up to them. But it can be, a game. How much do you want to risk? Do you want to risk, all your time spending it with someone that might never open up, that might never show you what's in their heart, that will live with you, but being like a stone that you can't squeeze anything, blood or water out of? So it's a little bit of a game. So of course it's hard to know what to do. Seven of Fire, Six of Wands. This is Seven of Wands. So this is Leo in March, which I'm feeling is the defenses starts to come up. It's when we are starting to see our lover or a loved one as an enemy, the person that could hurt me instead of the person I love. But we can grow out of this. We see this Seven of Fire is like King Lionheart, actually defending the other person's honor. Instead of coming and trying to steal back the treasure, we are coming and being, that knight in shining armor that they need to open up the door to the treasure. So we can be someone's hero here. Okay. Chiron, your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach and learn remedies. So I'm thinking it's about healing these lost soul parts that's in this coffin. And both people need to do the job on themselves, but also somewhat being on assistance to help the other person as well. So it's not about, just ignoring this person and their drama. So you need to be able to communicate yourself in a way that you could be understood, so the other person can also trust you, because they don't trust you. They feel like there's a lack of attraction. They need to start to steal back their stuff, and it's becoming like a more hostile situation. So of course we can, if we are in this state, we can start to become a little bit careless, and we take the other person for granted. So we might need to treat them as like a client, or see them as like our best friend instead of our partner, for example. So we respect them a little bit more. Because usually the people that we are closest to, we respect them less, because they are supposed to love us no matter what we do. But they need love too. So give them that respect. And if you need to fake it to make it, this lion, it's how we reach that lion. It's like we're doing it before we actually feel it. So don't make snarky remarks about their looks, or like if you would look better, then maybe I would be more attracted to you. Or make stupid jokes, or make the other person feel less than valuable. So we might not be able to go with all their demands because they want a paradise and we are not feeling it.